this is Dr. Haripriya, audiologist and speech language pathologist working for Pinnacle Blooms Network. Dysarthria assessment. Dysarthria. What is this dysarthria? Before telling this, let me tell you about the speech. Speech is a motor act. As you know, language and speech are two different entities. Like, language is the mode, whereas speech is the code. For example, if an individual has proper linguistic abilities, but the motoric activity, only the execution is affected, that is due to any neurological impairment, then it is dysarthria. As you all know, brain is the major circuit which controls all our body movements. So anything you want to do, you need to get signal from the brain. So upper motor neuron system, lower motor neuron system, we have different nervous system. So the signals which are carried out from the brain to the body are important to carry out. Based upon the signal execution, the motoric activity is carried out. I'll make it easy for you to understand. If you want to hold or if you want to pick up the phone which is in front of you and your brain is sending the signal to you, take your phone. Then, based upon the signal which is passed on from the central nervous system, from the brain to your arm, will carry out the action. For carrying out this action, your hand need to be moved from here to the object, phone. The signal carrying out has any problem, you may not be able to reach the object to the complete extent. So your arm may only move to a certain extent and stop, or else it may be over execution. Like, you may have a jerky movement where you will cross the target object phone and move your hand with a jerky motion. So these two conditions are abnormal. Whether it is hypo movement or hyper movement, both are abnormal. To receive the target, to take the particular object, particular direction, movement in a particular direction with a range of motion, with accuracy in speed, direction are necessary. If any of these parameters are affected, then your execution is affected. Similarly, with the speech also, the speech apparatus are your mandible, lips, tongue, etc. So, respiratory system, that is your lungs, phonatory system, that is your larynx, and the articulatory system, as well as resonatory system. These four systems need to be coordinatedly worked out to produce proper speech. If there is any miscoordination between these four subsystems, your speech execution may be affected. So the signals which we receive from the brain to these four systems need to be carried out appropriately. Due to any neurological impairment at upper motor neuron system or lower motor neuron system, your speech may be affected. That is nothing but a neuromotor speech disorder, dysarthria. It is of different types. So, the proper assessment of dysarthria is carried out by a speech language pathologist by observing the client directly and by doing direct assessment of these four subsystems by using a standardized test tools like franchise dysarthria assessment. The test may take 1.5 hours on an average, So the preparation for this test from the client end is nothing but he need to be cooperative, actively participating, and willing to share the information. So by doing this franchise dysarthria assessment, by interviewing certain questions to the client as well as the family members, by considering the medical reports, by recording the client's voice and speech to do analysis, so that the speech language pathologist can analyze the speech and diagnose which kind of dysarthria it is, what is the severity of the problem, how are the voice aspects, respiratory aspects, and suprasegmental aspects, etc. All these need to be analyzed by a speech language pathologist. Finally, a provisional diagnosis is provided so that therapeutic intervention program can be planned well by targeting each aspect which is affected. So before starting the intervention plan, a thorough examination or thorough complete assessment is necessary to get clear picture about the existing problem, symptoms of the problem, and how it can be intervened. Thank you and all the best from Pinnacle Blooms Network.
Autism spectrum disorder, psychological problems are troubling approximately 80 crore people across the world. Could endanger your children's future too. Pinnacle Blooms Network is probably the only chain of child development rehabilitation therapy centers offering smart goals-based speech therapy, occupational therapy, behavioral therapy, psychological counseling for kids to be part of mainstream society and bring smiles into their families. Pinnacle's Mirracle is 360-degree patented digital platform to bring technology for empowering kids with special needs. Pinnacle Blooms Network is special Edu Healthcare Unit of Bharat Healthcare Private Limited, Government of India's prestigious Startup India awarded futuristic health tech organization. Largest team of proven therapists ready to work with your kid. Contact us today 9100 181 181 for free assessment.